All right. Are we going in another intro song?
Hold on, my child. I love you, but you've gone too far. And to me, how you made it walk free today. And you don't have to run hard. Oh, you're always completely danger. But this time, you didn't cross the line. Sitting around going dirty by my time. Using the same breath as mine. Father, right. I crossed the line. Always got something to say. If only I could focus on the right thing.
Psalm 133.
It's you.
Wait a minute. Let me catch
It's
up.
you.
How good.
That I
Damn, brother. Well, the God on the
need.
roof. Let me keep going.
No, I'm just showing. Like with the oil.
Ah, okay. Let me keep on going now. It is okay. It is like the on the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard. Yeah. Like, dude, it was cold, man. Aaron, man, cold, man.
The boys just can't handle that pressure though.
Moses can't do it. That's why he had to break them up in groups like that, man. Sit officers and he wasn't gonna go without his brother.
I'm gonna say, my opinion, okay. The pressure as far as I'm gonna say, Aaron was scared though.
He was scared of Pharaoh.
Yeah, but that, in one way, you can understand it, but you got a sea of people who might be ready to kill you. But then it go back to where you at though. You gotta be ready to lay your life down. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, that's what it's gonna be anyway. It's gonna be a great insurrection on the people that fear the Most High. So you're gonna have what they be calling before have all them stakes, burning torches. What you call it? A mob.
Oh yeah.
A mob of people.
Pitchforks and stuff like that.
Go to Romans 9.
Take me wherever you go. Lift me up.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, family. I would say, Romans 9.
Romans 9, just go to Romans 9. Start 1.
Alright, we're gonna get it.
No, we're gonna jump in with that right there, just to get the audience, because we focusing on the gospel. That's what it really is.
On the gospel.
Concerning
he said concerning the flesh. So we can come let you know, man, we brothers, like really talking about them. He went to the Romans on it.
that the reason he even came in the body. So you got people saying, well, it's just all about the spirit.
Right. He was according to the flesh.
Right. According to what make you different from the next person, flesh-wise, it's your bloodline, your identity. You know what I'm saying? So you let you know, man, I came for these folks right here. This is why you came. This is the main reason, right? These the folks that need saved.
Right. Yep. This how I throw me at the bottom.
No, ain't no throwing there. Newborn, man, I was trying to find your channel yesterday, and I couldn't pull it up on YouTube. All right, family. How y'all feeling? All right, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to the family over the line, those who will tune in. Prayerfully, the week has been filled with prosperity from the Most High, mercy, grace, His kindness on every side, and prayerfully we upgrade and elevate in spirit as individuals. Be wrestling with things. Let us win those wrestles. Let us win those fights. Let it not always be that we succumb to the flesh. You know what I mean? We need repentance every day, all throughout the day. All right, but as much as the Most High supplied in mercy, let us capitalize on it in truth. So let's go to Romans 9. It sounds like I heard the doorbell too.
That was my phone.
That was your phone?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It could have been.
Cut your ring off. But for today's message, though, family, to be picking up in some sense from what we talked about last Shabbat, on the grounds of the milk. You know what I mean? The milk does the body good. You know what I mean? A lot of times we jump into meat or those things that's gonna require a little more breaking down to get to the true understanding of it. We need some easy information sometimes. All right. A lot of the things that I didn't know coming into the truth. I didn't know about fringes. I didn't know about holy days. I didn't know about, convocating, none of that. Thank you too. Thank you, Shem. Yeah, but some of the things that we didn't know. So let's go to Romans 9, though. The main thing, Israelites, children of Israel, the chosen people of the Most High God, according to the book itself. Romans 9, go ahead with it.
All right. Start with verse 1.
Start with verse 1.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, beginning with verse 1. I say the truth in Christ, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself was accursed from Christ, my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
All right, so Paul's saying he could wish it would be his own desire that he himself was separated from Hamashiach for his brethren. We need that kind of love in the nation. All right, but we do understand that that's not always easy. You got a lot of fakes, you got a lot of phonies, you got a lot of people playing. So you can't really love everybody how you would want to. It's understandable. But he said, but for the most part, I could wish that I was cut off. You know what I'm saying? That I would be the one who didn't make it for the sake that my brethren would. Go ahead, son.
All right, begin with verse 4. Who are Israelites?
Finish that verse 3 out.
Okay, continue verse 3. My kinsmen according to the flesh.
My kinsmen according to what?
The flesh.
All right, the flesh matter. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Who are Israelites?
Who are who?
Who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites? Y'all cut the phones off. Silence the phones. All right, said my kinsmen according to the flesh who are Israelites. Go ahead with it.
All right, continue verse 4. To whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. Verse 5. Whose are the fathers and of whom as concerning the flesh Christ came.
All right, we're going to read that part again, though. It says, whose are the fathers and of whom as concerning the flesh Christ came. Go ahead.
Who is over all, the Most High blessed forever among.
All right, so Hamashiach, the Messiah, the Savior, he came specifically for Israelites. Ain't that wonderful? I said concerning the flesh. So the flesh matter. That's the target audience, though. All right, so those who come from the diaspora, the sub-Saharan slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, rather the boat stopped in Brazil or Britain, Puerto Rico, America, North America, South America. If you descend from those people that were slaves, then you will be included in that number of the chosen people. Now let's go to Revelation. This is something I want to bring out. Revelation 2. Revelation chapter 2. Just for your information, certain things, like I said, we might not know, we might not be familiar with. Certain things that stood out to me, it's more today's Sabbath or convocation is not so much about me teaching, but us learning together. You know what I mean? So questions you might have, something you might be battling with of understanding in the book. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. See if we can get to an understanding. I don't have all the answers. I ain't afraid to say that at any time. Some things that y'all can teach me. But Revelation 2 starts verse 12.
All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, beginning with verse 12. And to the angel of the church in Pergamos write, these things saith he which have the sharp sword with two edges. Verse 13. I know thy works, and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is, and thou holdest fast my name, and hast not denied my faith, even in those days wherein Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you, where Satan dwelleth. Verse 14.
My faithful martyr, Salah.
Martyr, okay.
All right, so in those days, he said, look, I know your works. Even when Bama was hitting it before we got to this point, laboring to enter into this Sabbath of Hamashiach. I said, I know your works and where you dwell, even where Hashatan's seat is. But even with everything that's going on in the world that we're seeing, the corruption, the division, the different devices of division, along with, we see the chaos of the Gentiles. They at each other's neck. Praise the Most High. Praise the Most High for that. That's for the working out of the saints. All right, as we see these prophecies unfolding, family, that lets you know we closer to the kingdom. All right, but he says, despite everything that went on, you haven't denied the faith. All praise to the Most High. Go ahead, son.
All right, continue with verse 14. But I have a few things against thee.
All right, but he still got a few things against you. Go ahead.
Because thou hast them that hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel, to eat things sacrificed unto idols, and to commit fornication.
All right, who taught them to commit fornication, physically as well as that spiritually. And he said to eat things sacrificed unto idols, and had cast their stumbling block because in that account, you had Balaam tell them, look, man, I'll pay you. I'll give you this and that if you cast a spell or a curse over the children of Israel. All right. But you would read in that same account and say, listen, what the Most High bless, you can't curse that, man. And what the Most High curse, you can't bless it. It's gonna be what it be. And also within it too, just for heads up, I know we got children appealing to the adults within that same account. You had it to where you had one person in front of everybody. What we see or call today is adult movies. What did I say? They did that, but you had one to come through. I think the son of Phineas, and stab both of them through right there. You gonna do that in front of everybody? Well, you finna die from it. And the Most High saw it as a righteous act. All right, and put away sin out of Israel. Now, for those who might be naysayers and gangsters, we're not saying we'll do that these days and time. Judgment is another message we could discuss. Go ahead, Saint.
All right, verse 15. So hast thou also them that hold the doctrine of the Nicolaitans, which thing I hate.
All right, so the Nicolaitans, they have a doctrine saying that, look, whatever sin you got, hey, just do excess of that. You know what I mean? In order to get it out your system. Just do it more until you can't do it no more. Had one on, the guy named Nicholas. So this is, I'm gonna try to use a euphemism. He was saying if the man don't, I'm just gonna say finish every day, he can't get into the kingdom. It was crazy. Keep going, son.
All right, verse 16. Repent, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and will fight against them with the sword of my mouth. Verse 17. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit have said unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone,
All right.
and in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saying he that receiveth it.
All right, and that's the point that I want to bring out right here. We striving to get the hidden manna, to get the white stone that got the new name that nobody knows. Along with that, you're supposed to get a white robe. We want to be redressed and with garments. All right, question, comments, or concern before we go forth, though, about anything thus far. All right, well, let's go to Sirach 5. Sirach chapter 5, verse 15. Let me see your Apocrypha. Sirach chapter 5, verse 15. Put that in the camera for those who may not be familiar with it. The Apocrypha. It's a Greek word that means hidden things. It says King James, will authorize King James Version. Right there on the first page, what it say? What did it say right there? Try to get that a little closer.
Focus.
Appointed to be read in churches.
Never read that in the church.
All right. So just to show the proof, this is something else too. I didn't know how to correlate the Apocrypha with the rest of the canon. So you got the rest of Esther. Y'all go to the book of Esther though, in your 66. Try to put that in the camera for those who might not be familiar with it. The rest of Esther, 55. Page 55 in the red Apocrypha. You got the Esther?
No, I thought we were going Sirach.
Come on, you hold Sirach then.
The Esther.
I'll get the Esther.
All right.
The book of Esther, we're going to go to the last chapter. The last chapter. Shabbat Shalom, family.
Okay.
It's after Nehemiah. All right. Right there, you got a whole page, half of the page empty. The Big 10 lets you know what chapter it is. And you see that it stopped at the third verse. The book of Esther. All right, so the rest of it you get in here. Page 55. Look at what they say.
The rest of the chapters.
I says part of the 10th chapter after the Greek. Picking up at verse 4, 5, 6, going on down. All right, so we just proving the Apocrypha to be a valid source. We know some say it's non-canonical. Even me and Gideon was at the gym, had an Edomite tell me it was non-canonical. I'm like, okay, listen, you don't even understand the history. You won't understand the history of how the dream that Nebuchadnezzar had with the statue entailing the captivity that the Israelites would go through. You don't understand the Grecian captivity if you don't have the Apocrypha. So if you got the Bible and it gets to Matthew, and you wonder how's the Israelites under rule of these Romans? You got a whole sector missing. Like, man, that was just, you know what I'm saying, handling business in Persia or something.
Mm-hmm.
Now they jump here. How did this happen? You need the Apocrypha for that information and history. All right, Sirach 5 and 15, Saint.
Nope, you had anything else?
Well, it's cool. I just wanted to show that chapter 10.
Okay.
Yep.
5:15.
Yep, Sirach 5 and 15. And then I'm going to share the screen, Saint.
Anything before, after Revelation?
No, you just did verse 12 through 17 for Revelation.
All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 5, beginning with verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small.
All right, be not ignorant in any matter, great or small. So as we apply that, being watchmen, keeping over what's going on in the world, let's see something that just happened. So I'm gonna share my screen. Close it out. All right, family, this is what it say. Take that what's the name out for me?
Yeah.
The one that's the camera.
Check it out.
Yeah, take it out. So this right here from CNBC.
Check it out.
No, the course, right? Oh. From CNBC says Microsoft, Salesforce, and Oracle back plan to develop a digital COVID vaccination passport. So let me let y'all see that, then I'll read it for the saints that's viewing it over to YouTube. So it's on more than one site, more than one valid source, The Guardian, so on and so forth. Said Microsoft, who was the one running Microsoft?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, the same one they saying now he owned the largest amount of farmland. All right, but he's the same one. He stepped down from his position as CEO.
This she got.
He stepped down from that position as CEO, I think back when COVID first hit. But he said Salesforce and Oracle backed the plan to develop a digital COVID vaccination passport. It says a digital COVID vaccination passport is being jointly developed by a group of health and technology companies who anticipate that governments, airlines, and other firms will soon start asking people for proof that they have been inoculated. All right, so we're heading into a time where they saying it's going to be required for you to show some type of proof, you know, that you've been vaccinated in order to travel, to go here, to go there, to have this and have that. Salaki. Is it just me or is it noisy, man? Is it just me? Okay. I'm like, I'm steady hearing movement, man. Come on. Salaki. All right, though. But this is what we got on the horizon, Saints. So I'm going on down to the next portion. It says a coalition known as the Vaccination Credential Initiative, which includes Microsoft, Salesforce, and Oracle, as well as U.S. healthcare, nonprofit Mayo Clinic, was announced on Thursday. So they coming together for it, and collectively they call Vaccination Credential Initiative.
VCI.
The VCI said it wants to develop technology that enables individuals to obtain an encrypted digital copy of their immunization credentials that can be stored in a digital wallet of their choice, such as the Apple Wallet or Google Pay. It suggested that anyone without a smartphone could receive paper printed with QR codes containing verifiable credentials. All right, so we talked about it before they even rolled this out. We said that we're on a chip that was going to have, you know, your information about your money. Because what people hold money inside of a what?
A bank.
A bank, but what the word they use? A wallet. All right, so you're going to have money linked into there, your identity, and things about your health. So we just being aware of what they got going. It says the coalition said it will also try to develop new standards for confirming whether a person has or hasn't been inoculated against the virus. Previously, citizens have used vaccination booklets to keep track of their travel vaccines, but authorities rarely ask to see them. All right, so this is from the mouth of one of the people on board. It says the goal of the vaccination credential initiative is to empower individuals with digital access to their vaccination records. That's what they tell me. Said Paul Meyer, CEO of nonprofit The Commons Project, which is a member of the coalition, in a statement. All right, let me see what else we want from here. That's pretty much all I got on this subject. It's more if you want to look up this particular article. I'm gonna copy it and put it in the comments for the Saints too. All right, but they coming up with this digital copy. I mean digital vaccination passport. Put that in the comments. Let me see. All right, something else though. I'm gonna play a video. Because they want the vaccine. They want you to get these vaccines so bad. We're gonna see some of the reactions of the people who have taken it. Okay, I got an error right here. Share screen. Chrome tab. All right. Pass out, man. Ain't no deal. Okay.
I might be a priest.
I might be a Levite. Okay, it's not trying to play. Let's see if I can reload it. Lock your family. Try to reload the video. We have an issue with this. Okay. Praise the Most High.
This is Aaron and Monica from the Wild Alaskan Company. We are a monthly sustainable seafood membership service. We ship.
All right. So she took the vaccine. Let's see what we got to play. So it's showing she, everything regular, normal.
She messed up now.
Y'all see that? See how she twitching?
I got it. Just sticking it.
All right, that's enough. All right, that's enough.
Okay.
Can't even control it.
Trying to start off heat.
So, this is what happens sometimes. Just uncontrollable shakes in my legs.
Shake. We're gonna get through this.
Hope we get rid of this, please. Good morning, guys. I'm here to tell y'all about my story from taking the COVID vaccine. I took the Pfizer vaccine lot HW0 or HWO142 on February the 5th. Since I took that vaccine, it has completely changed my life.
I'm guessing she meant January 5th.
Before the vaccine, I was a completely normal, healthy 45-year-old.
45?
I went to work every day. I played with my grandchildren. I worked out. I had a very good life. I took the vaccine on Tuesday, and this is my story. Wednesday, I came home from work where I manage a surgery center. Very tired. I went to bed and I slept all night. It was roughly about 15 hours that I slept. I got up on Thursday morning, very dizzy, not sure what was going on, but I took some Tylenol and I gathered myself together and I went on to work. Thursday and Friday, I felt pretty good. I had a mild headache, but I knew that was one of the side effects, possibly, and I was still a little tired. Friday night, I was laying in bed, and I got up, and I could not use my left leg. I wasn't sure what was going on. I thought maybe it was just, a sleep. I didn't have no tingling, no numbness. It's just like I had to tell my brain, hey, dummy, make your leg move. So I went on back to bed thinking, well, this is going to pass. I woke up Saturday. I couldn't use neither one of my legs. I told my husband that I needed to go to the ER, so he took me to the ER. And from there, I was admitted to the hospital with abnormal heartbeat, which come to find out apparently was something that I had WPW, Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome. They said that it is just my heart doesn't beat like it should, I guess. I don't know. I started having really bad headaches. And the trembling got worse and worse. And the worse the headache gets, the more my body shakes. I have seen other videos of people that this has happened to since the vaccine, and I am very fortunate because it's not continuously like other people, but it does go and come. And it's almost like my body is having seizures. The vaccine has definitely changed my life. I never would have thought that I would have been where I'm at today before the vaccine. I only took the vaccine to protect my parents.
Okay, let me pause it right there. Let me pause it. All right, so listen. She said she only got the vaccine. Why?
To protect the parents.
To protect her parents. Now, this is the important thing about this. People gonna make decisions just like that, and risking their own soul. You can't contend for the next person's soul like that in their shoes. So in this case, she left feeling like that. Her parents ain't feeling none of it for a decision that she made. With people not being educated, or being guided by the Holy Spirit at the base of everything, or rejecting the wisdom given, you end up like this here. But she said she was doing it for her parents. Now you left with the shakes. I'm going to verify something else too, though. But she said February the 5th. So on the calendar, it show you that. And she said she took the vaccine Tuesday. She got admitted on the Sabbath. January 5th was a Tuesday. So I'm just verifying it. So, some people that say, man, this got to be fake or whatever.
Oh, mine already gone.
I didn't want to be the one to get for COVID.
She didn't want to be the one to give them COVID.
Here we are. 5 days later, don't know what the hell is going on. All of my MRIs have come back normal. They did a CT of my brain and it is normal. All of my blood work is normal. And today I'm actually being transferred to another facility. I do work with a great group of doctors.
Okay.
They just don't have privileges at the
It's
hospital
valid.
that I was transferred to. So today I'm being transferred back to their hospital where they can take care of me.
Okay, that's all I want from it. But seeing that though, family, the lady said, you know, she didn't want to be the one to give COVID to her parents. It's gonna be people taking that mark of the beast, saying, "Listen, this is the reason. I don't want to do this to jeopardize my family, so on and so forth." But you're gonna be left with the consequences, man. Judean E1B1A, she took the vaccine, Saint. She took the vaccination. Shabbat Shalom. She don't scoot over. And she took the vaccination, Judean E1B1A. Says she took it like a Tuesday night, if I'm not mistaken. One of those days between them.
On the field.
On the 5th, she took the vaccination for the pestilence that's going through the earth. And she ended up, one day she woke up, one leg didn't work. You know, she went to sleep, next thing you know, neither leg. Now she just twitching and shaking.
Yeah. Everybody get settled real quick. Let them know what that.
Check it. That out there. That was hanging.
No.
Yeah, he's straight, man. Come let y'all get settled. Shabbat Shalom, Amina Coleman. Shabbat Shalom to Judean E1B1A. Sister Weezy. Beled 5464. Everybody else that's tuned in, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Preferably the information be a blessing, some edification for you or the next person who you can get it passed on to. Let's see. What else did I want? We got that video. There was something else I wanted to show.
Frequency, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is so
Let the family get settled in over on this side, y'all. Yada rock. Shabbat Shalom, son. Peace and blessings to the chosen. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, okay?
I think we got some more chairs some more chairs in the corner right there. And we got give us a moment, family.
It was C for Chief, can you?
You sure got plenty of order. Come on, let y'all get settled. In the meanwhile, truthworldattire.com, Dawnstone, Habakkuk 2:13, truthworldattire.com, or after Shabbat, of course. Man, RMG the one, Shabbat Shalom, family, all the way back to Beham, Alabama. Bless you, son. You and the family. Let me get. Let's see. Oh yeah. I don't know if I even have this. I don't even have it pulled up in the tab. I better discuss it though. Come, we good, fam? Good. Okay, I see you still out there.
Who did pop?
Oh,
Let me see.
How y'all feeling? I'll pray to the Most High. Come. Want to pay me? Alrighty. All right. So again, we just discussing basic things, and for your information, that's the title of the message. So we somewhere everywhere today. Just throw something in the pot that other people might not know, or more of a setting for just building instead of in the format of teaching as normal. There's something else. Like I said, when I came into the fold, I didn't know these things. I had a tab open. I guess it closed out. But when we talk about kosher food, we talk about when we go to the grocery stores to shop, get the things that we need, the necessities. Some of us go in the store, we just grab anything. We say, well, it's not pork or whatever, or we don't look into the ingredients. But they got stuff that's set up to help us with it, fam. So let me see a pen real quick, because I don't have the tab open. You want to look for a K in the triangle. All right, so you can write this down. You want to look for on the case, or whatever you got, a K inside of a triangle, which would mean that it's kosher. A U inside of a circle. A K inside of a triangle, a U inside of a circle, or you will see a U inside of a circle with a D next to it, or a U inside of a circle with a P next to it. When you go shopping, right? The K inside the triangle, the U inside the circle, U inside the circle with a D next to it, which would mean that it's kosher, but it got dairy in it. A U inside the circle with a P is kosher, but it's neither dairy or meat within it. The K inside the triangle is saying it's kosher. You are orthodox, kosher as well. All right. Now that's important because let me get Song of Solomon 2. Song of Solomon chapter 2. Song of Solomon chapter 2. Because we want to make sure that what we ingesting, what we put into our temples, is approved of by the Most High. So when he says kosher, they saying that it's acceptable for according to Jewish dietary law. And we know they saying Jewish, but we the real Jews. You know what I'm saying?
Song of Solomon.
Newborn said, some say BK kosher too. I haven't seen that one, but I will share this. When I found out, and it's just me, when I found out that sour cream had the kosher symbol, I'm like, I'm like a taco man. I like this type of stuff. So I found out that was kosher. There was kosher dairy. I was excited about that. But Ma, you had something?
One I used to know too. When I used to work in the kosher community.
Hold on, son. Everybody gonna get settled. You know what I'm saying? When the brother gonna get settled before he gonna bring out what he got. Y'all good? What you got, son?
I used to work at a program that was in a kosher community. It's an ingredient called K-Par too.
K-Par.
Yeah,
Come. That's what that P stands for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. How you got this Song of Solomon?
Yeah, you ain't tell me what verse.
2 and 15.
2 and 15. All right. This is the book of the Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 15. Take us the foxes, the little foxes that spoil the vines.
All right, the little foxes, they do what?
Destroy the vines. Despoil the vines,
Despoil the vines. The little things. It's the little things that end up having us to get cut off. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You Israelite, you garment up, you know what I'm saying? Everything on point as far as that. You keep on holidays. But you end up not getting in because you can't forgive your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? That seems like something small. I are becoming abominable by means of what we consume or even our actions, things that we do. I will read that again.
All right. Verse 15. Take us the foxes, the little foxes that spoil the vines.
The little foxes that spoil the vine. All right, now they got a whole system set up there. All the foods is going through this system. Saying, okay, we're gonna mark it whether or not it's kosher. All right. So the Jewish people, when they go shop, they'll be able to keep the commandments of the Most High. But their system is they saying it's for them, but it's for us though. But then look at the authority though. From them trying to steal our identity, go to Revelation 2. Let me get that in there. For them posing as us, look at how the world is engineered
29.
to aid them.
Yep, 29.
Revelation 2 and 9.
Come on. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
I'll get them time steering pages.
Yeah.
Judean E1B1A says Shabbat Shalom. I work in healthcare and they are pushing extra hard for so-called black folks to take the vaccine. I know they are. Come. Whole campaign on it. You got it, Ken?
Yes, sir.
I go ahead with it.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, starting at verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
All right. They say they are Jews and are not. The Jewish, go look at their article, the 13th tribe, their book. You know what I mean? Where you got them, one who says he's from a lineage of the Jewish. Then like, no, we're not the people. We're not the ones. All right, but that system is set up, family, for us when we go shop to see, man, what are the things that has been processed according to what's approved of by the Most High. All right, some of this stuff, they process it in a way, no, it's not something abominable in it, but it's within a region or area where abominable things are. So when you see that kosher sign, they say, no, this exclusively was prepared in an environment that has not been, tainted. There you go. Thank you. Wow. Come. All right. Something else I had. Let's go to Luke 18. Luke 18. All right, so the K in the triangle, U in the circle, U in the circle with a D next to it, U in the circle with a P next to it. And then Brother Muncie says sometimes you will see a BK.
Is it DK or BK?
A B as in beta. Yep, a BK.
Luke 19.
Luke 18, let's see. We're going to start with verse 9.
Verse 9. This is the book of Luke, chapter 18, starting at verse 9. And he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others.
Come.
Verse 10. 2 men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee and the other a publican. Verse 11. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself.
All right.
Most High, I thank thee.
So 2 men went into the temple to pray. All right, and it said one was a Pharisee and the other publican. But even before that, it said that you had some that they were righteous and despised others, but to themselves they were righteous. All right, now they said, listen, I'm above the people. I'm doing this, or I'm not doing such and such. I'm above you. All right, go ahead, King.
Verse 11. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself. Most High, I thank thee that I am not as the other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican.
All right, so he able to register, identify, and look at what's wrong with everybody else. He said, look, I'm thankful that I'm not like them. Go ahead.
Verse 12. I fast twice in the week.
Man, I go so hard, I fast 2 times a week. They can't even do that. They can't even, they struggling with doing it once a year for the Day of Atonement. I do it twice a week. Go ahead.
I give tithe.
I give tithes. I give stuff now. Go ahead.
Of all that I possess. Mm-hmm. Verse 13. And the publicans standing afar off would not lift up his head so much as his eyes were unto heaven, mm-hmm. but smote upon his breast, saying, Most High, be merciful to me, a sinner.
All right, so but the publican, one who will be categorized as the sinner, you know what I mean, not so righteous, so he didn't even look up there. He said, I ain't even worthy to even look in your direction, Father. But just being straight up with you, Father, please just have mercy on me. I'm a sinner. Go ahead, son.
Verse 14. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other.
So the person, the publican, mm-hmm. despite he said that, well, I don't fast, you know what I mean, twice a week. I don't give tithes of everything that I got. I don't. But he recognized the error of his way. He wasn't lifting himself up. Remember when we started earlier? Ezekiel 28. Mm-hmm. When how Lucifer said, what, because he's breeding, he saw his own breeding?
Right.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Dude looking at himself. Saying, well, I don't do such and such. But he wasn't justified. Out of the mouth of Hamashiach. Go ahead, son.
For everyone that exalted himself shall be abused. Abased.
Oh, yeah, they might get abused, though.
Shall be abased, and he that humble himself shall be exalted.
All right, and the one that humble himself will be exalted. The one that don't live himself up, or the one rather who take on a mindset and the spirit of Pharaoh, say, look at me, I'm gonna run it. You prideful, you over everything. The Most High gonna slam dunk you, power bomb you. But he said the one that humbled himself, that's the one he gonna lift up and raise up. All right, just going for this particular verse here to know the process of growing and being groomed in the truth. There's a lot of things we don't know. Even being in the truth myself, the Father's mercy, you know, being prevalent or present with me in the family, 7 years. Still a lot more to know for all of us. So in that case, when we pace ourselves to say, what am I doing in my walk? Because I gotta get in. When we take that mindset, we ought to be more mindful of our neighbors. But it's because of the lack of that, in certain cases, people gain the Pharisee mindset. You destroying and turn down people more than you building them up. And it's not to say to lay out a red carpet for sin either, though. Now we're not granting access or a license to sin. All right, y'all got something before we move forward? Anybody got anything that y'all would like to share as far as your walk? What did you learn? Something you didn't know at this point? Matter of fact, how long have you been in the truth?
Since birth.
Since March?
Since birth.
Since birth.
My parents raised us up in the Sabbath.
Okay. Praise to the Most High. All right. And you?
3 years.
3 years. What you got, King?
I've been here since I was 19, so I still want to say like 13 years.
13 years. God. See? What you got, Saints?
Baptized a year.
Baptized a year. I like that point right there. Baptized with newborn. True conversion. Come. What you got, Saint? Tell me how you get it.
Oh, brother, you know you baptized me, so you tell me.
All right, 2 years in, man.
It's been a couple years.
Man, it'll come some years. All right, over the line, y'all can chime in too. How long y'all been in the fold, man? And I'm asking because despite the time, you know what I mean, that we have in this is a living book now. It's something we don't really take. This thing breathing, just as sure as it's sitting over here right now. This thing is alive. You can read this one passage 10 times, and you go back and read it tomorrow. You're gonna learn something else from the same passage. You know what I'm saying? What you got?
Baby sister down wants to let everybody know she's been in the truth since she's been born.
Come.
Yeah.
Blessing to you. That is true. All right, Sister Weed said 5 years. Jonathan said 3 years. Come. All right, family. Well, other than that, I really don't have nothing else. I just wanted to just build with the family today. Like I said, not in a sense to teach, but I want to know, like the book say, be mindful of the flock. I don't even want to butcher. Let me pull your verse up right quick.
Everybody, you pulling that, I want to say something.
Go ahead, son.
I want to say this to the sisters that's out here in the congregation. If you having problems with a 2/3 brother or somebody who ain't doing right, don't hesitate to bring it to the body.
Okay.
We gonna support you.
Big
If I got to
facts.
come to your house and take care of that, I'll take care of it.
Man, hear me. Big old con. Big con.
Well, look, go to Genesis 2. Go to Genesis 2. Yeah, Genesis. Go to Genesis. Well, Gideon, you go to Genesis or see Gideon Proverbs 27. Genesis 2. No, not Genesis 2. It's Proverbs 27, son.
I'm there.
Yep.
On the top.
Nope. Gideon, you gonna have Genesis 4 and 9.
All right, I'm there.
Will you bring it out?
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 9.
All right, hold it. Still hearing pages going. So you Proverbs 27. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Genesis 4 and 9. Go ahead with it.
And the Most High said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cries unto me from the ground.
All right, so what we extracting from this, Cain asked the question, but it was in wickedness. Am I my brother's keeper? I don't know. That's not my responsibility. It is your responsibility. So what Gideon hitting it, whether it's a sister or brother having type issues with anybody, if we be family, you know what I mean, we won. We can solve the problem. You know what I mean? We can get to the base of it. We're gonna look out for our sisters as well as we look out for our brothers. All right, so because we are our sister's keeper, we are our brother's keeper. Come. All right, Proverbs 27. Verse 23. So this was an inspiration for today's conversation.
More time to catch up. Yeah, Proverbs 27.
Proverbs 27, verse 23. Newborn 3 years. Come. 3 powerful years, huh?
All right, them pages on here. No more.
You got it?
I got it. I'm gonna leave somebody behind. The book of Proverbs, chapter 27, beginning with verse 23. Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks.
Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks. Go ahead.
And look well to thy herds.
All right, and look well to thy herds. So going here, it's talking about the physical flock, animals, so on and so forth. But we collectively are the flock of the Most High. Now, this outside the scripture when he says, the flock of my pasture are men. I'm saying the nation as a whole. So I want to know the state of the people. How y'all feeling? How was y'all's week? What y'all wrestling with? What y'all dealing with? Is it something that we can pray for you about? You need help and assistance with something. Because it's this same conversation that we don't have. You know, brothers and sisters be dealing with stuff sitting up in the body, sitting up in the congregation, hurting like a mother. You know what I mean? All type of stuff going on at the house, but they holding it together. I holding it together on the terms that I don't want to share that information. I'm ashamed about this or whatever. But if we being brothers keepers and sisters keepers, this is supposed to be the safe zone. Family affair. All right. And if you don't know how to solve it, maybe when we get together, we together can figure out how to solve it. All right.
Can I parallel that scripture with Acts 20 and 28?
Come on.
I can write it down. I just go ahead and read Acts 20 and 28. Yeah, we were the last scripture that he just pulled out. It reads, take heed therefore unto yourselves and to all the flock over the which the Holy Spirit hath made you overseers to feed the church of Elohim, which he hath purchased with his own blood. For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. Also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things, to draw away disciples after them. Right? So, like I wanted to add that because we do have a lot of in-house issues that we don't address. We address more outward issues for people that are not in the walk, but we have to bloom what's on the inside. You know what I'm saying? That's already present. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's very important. So that leads me to say that leads us to speak on conflict resolution. You know what I'm saying? Drawing conclusions for conflict resolution within the body. You know what I'm saying? Within the body of those that's already acknowledging. You know what I'm saying? Walk. You know, so that was one reason why I wrote out the courtship contractual agreement. You know what I'm saying? To stop any misunderstanding about what marriage truly is and how to take that, take that route towards marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful endeavor too. Indeed. Taking the initiative, you know what I mean? Like you said, because a lot of time we do talk about, okay, well, this is the issue, this is the transgression, this what's going on. This is the judgment for that, but we don't always provide a solution. You know what I'm saying? For overcoming whatever it is that the battle is. You know what I'm saying? How do you get rid of it? How do you overcome it? How do you escape that? You know what I'm saying? We don't always drop that information in detail. We definitely gonna send us some prayers for Sister Tan too, Weezy. So she had to get rushed back to the hospital. What you got, Mom?
If you can you read from the sheet?
All right.
Proverbs 15 and 22.
All right, I got you. Proverbs 15, 22. Want me to catch up on them or just go and come with? Want me to let them catch up? All right.
And Proverbs 11.
All right.
14.
Proverbs 11, 14 next. All right.
This will tie right in.
If you get the 15, 22, I'll get the
11 and 14. Okay. Okay, I'm finna bring it out.
Okay.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 22. Without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors, they are established.
So if it's not public, but if it's just that one person that you can trust to be transparent with whatever issue it is, you can be established through that godly counsel of the Most High. But just make sure that somebody's spirit is, the Most High command is not to sit in the seat of the ungodly.
Right.
To not get counsel from
God, right.
So you'll be established with a person that's following the Father. You got 11 on the
Yes, sir. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 14. But no counsel is, the people fail. But in the multitude of counselors, they are safe.
Y'all hear that? In the multitude of counsels, they're safe. So that's what we need to be aiming for, safety.
Come.
So
It fall apart.
I'm gonna let y'all know if you got a problem. I ain't coming by myself. I got some brews gonna come with me. And if we got to get the whole congregation together and show up at your house, that's what we gonna do.
Trying to tell you.
You understand? Because some problems just real big and we gonna bring a big crowd.
Can I say this too? If we really want to do what's pleasing to the Father, you should want accountability. You know, you should want to be in the safety zone. You know, so if that's not your intent, you'll rebel against wise counsel. I just want to say that to the family.
Indeed. All right, anybody got anything else? Anything else? Shem, you good? Good to see you, man. Okay. Let me see. Let's see. I think that's all we're gonna do for today then, because we still gotta have a discussion in detail about February 25th. We do gotta get something in stone. Thank you again too for everybody who have been donating. You know, providing resources to make the event, the food drive for the homeless, acceptable offering, a sweet savor before the Most High. Thank you. You know what I mean? Hardly I say that. We still got to have a conversation, and those who over the line throughout the earth, y'all still want to give. I say the deadline for giving will probably be like February the 20th. February 20th. You know, but we'll be going out February the 25th with the intention to feed and minister to 200 souls here in Memphis. You know, we want to be a part of it. I dropped the email, children of the prophets 144@gmail.com. You want to get in contact with us about that. All praise to the Most High.
Right.
Are we taking clothes? We'll take clothes. The only thing about it was, you know, the sizing. You know, I don't know if the people we encounter, would they be able to fit it? Yeah, or nay, I don't know. But we'll take clothes as well, though. For on that portion, we really just getting like, you know, caps, socks, gloves. But shoot, everybody can use some shirts. I ain't gonna tell that story. Would you say something? Jackets, yep. Yep, socks and hats. Scarves, come. Yep, men and women. That's the goal. I'm trying to feed men and women and children, even if they out there. Okay. All right. Y'all got anything? I'm gonna give y'all some time over here over the line before we close out. Y'all got anything else y'all need to say or anything for me? Questions, comments, or concerns? Give y'all some time. Come, Sister Louise. All right, nothing. All right, if you think of it throughout the week, send it to the email, children of the prophets 144@gmail.com. All praise to the Most High.
Shabbat Shalom.
I pray the word was edifying, some format, you know. Oh, shoot. Okay, I got one more thing, though. Let me show you this. I got something else to show, family.
Go ahead.
Rock 5 and 15. All right, so this right here is from militarytimes.com. Says states begin activating National Guard after FBI warns of armed protests at capitals. So they're supposed to have a plan that by inauguration, the day of inauguration, January 20th, according to this calendar, they're saying that in each state it's been planned that it'll be basically like riots or, you know what I mean, something like this. I'm gonna read a little bit from it. It says governors around the country began ramping up security at their state capitals, including activating their state's National Guards in preparation for what the FBI identified as massive armed protests. So that means the people intend on not just protesting peacefully or empty-handed with, what you call them? Can't even think of the word. The posters and everything. They coming with guns. They coming with weapons.
The mob?
Huh?
What you talking about?
The people who planning to storm each capital in each state.
The mob, like a mob?
With different mobs.
Okay.
It says planned in every state capital in the country leading up to Inauguration Day. The activations come in the wake of the deadly January 6th insurrection by pro-Trump supporters at the Capitol in Washington, D.C., and ahead of the January 20th inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden. All right, so I'm just getting this information here. It says, we have received support requests from the Secret Service, Capitol Police, and Park Police, and have been authorized to provide up to 15,000 Guard members to meet current and future inauguration support requirements. Now that's for Washington. And we go down to the next section. As soon as the computer load, okay, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine activated 580 National Guard members Tuesday in preparation for what the FBI identified as massive armed protests planned in Columbus and every state capital in the country leading up to Inauguration Day. All right, so there's Ohio. You got another one on here for Minnesota. Then they got 130 activated. You got Oregon on here. Let's see how many they had. Can't see. Minnesota, if I didn't say that already.
I think so.
Yeah, but different states. So there's just some of it for your information. Ciroc 5 and 15 being aware of what's going on. Why would they want to do all this? All righty. So with that, insurrections, terrorism, and there's a word actually used in Second Ezra. You know what I mean? It says it's going to be a great insurrection on the people that fear the Most High. All right, so all this is a build-up for, in the end, is going to be pointed to those who choosing to keep the faith in truth and in spirit. All right? So with that, I say Shabbat Shalom, family. We're about to pray out on this end. Bless y'all households. Keep the faith. And let's say no, we won up with this one. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.